I am Shahaf Bar-Geffen, the co-founder and CEO of COTI.io. We're solving the number one problem for public blockchains, which is the fact that they are public and transparent and everybody can see everything. And it doesn't work, not for retail and not for institutions or businesses that want to build products on top of blockchain, because everything in our world has a public side and a private side. And if it's all public, then you can't really build your business. So we solve that with privacy layer that we add to any blockchain. This year we launched the new COTI V2, which is a high throughput blockchain that has goblet circuits as a cryptography system, which is, it sounds very tech jargon, but we can actually bring in privacy that is, 1,000 times faster and more cost effective than anything else out there. So we know we're taking privacy mainstream. We've been working on that for the last 2 years, but privacy became very hot the last few months or so. So we're pretty ready for that. We are going to launch a new node ecosystem that will give everybody access to run a node on top of COTI. We are launching a treasury system that sits on top of these nodes, which means that people can launch their own private economies around COTI, and privacy on demand, which means that you can build on any chain and use COTI as a confidential backend. Let's say you've built DeFi, you've built an exchange on top of Solana, right? And you want to allow your traders to be able to bid on things without everybody seeing what they bid on. Right? You want something to be confidential because that's the way the world works. Or you launched a stable coin on Sui and you want private transfers. So what you can do is actually use the same or just change your smart contracts a bit to work with our confidential backend and have privacy while keeping your tech stack, your user base, liquidity, all of that intact like you used to. So it's a very nifty offering, and the idea is to have privacy on any blockchain. What's super hot right now is Privex, which is a privacy-centric perpetual perp text. A lot of words, I know, but trading in a private environment, you click, your trades are now private. They're already doing 250 million a day. They are launching vibe trading idea, which is you prompt, people can trade on top of your platform, launch a strategy, an agent, and all of that. So that is pretty hot. And other than that, there's a lot of things that are coming. I do believe that privacy will become a standard in our space, and that everybody will build their app with some standard private features, and we want to be very big in that space. And I've put a goal for COTI to be the biggest chain in private DeFi. I think we will be there. I think in the US, they recently said in the future, all assets will be traded on chain. This is everything. So the standard for our next financial rails will be based on blockchain. And people sometimes confuse blockchain, the technology itself, with cryptocurrencies, which is a specific use case for blockchains. So I think everything that is infra is important and right now and will be important in the future. I believe that scalability and privacy are critical for our future. I believe stablecoins for payments will become the standard for how we move value around, and none of it is bubble, right? The biggest bubble of my generation was the dot-com bubble. It doesn't mean that we don't have internet right now and that it's doing amazing, right? So crypto as an industry tends to inflate and deflate things very fast, but the essence, like the reason folks like we are in this industry, is that it is a better way to move value in the world. And if we are to have a network of value, like we have a network of information with the internet, we have a network of value where people can transfer value between each other, whether it's ownership or money or whatever it is, blockchain is the best pseudo technology for that. That is a fact that will never change. And you know, we're building towards that future, not for meme coins or whatnot. I don't think there is one specific challenge. There are many challenges, right? User experience, custody, like a lot of things. But all of that is resolving over time. It's easier and easier to hold crypto and use it in our daily lives. I think security is important, and protecting information is very important. This is like our area of focus. So I guess it's a lot of that. But if you just look at the graphs, we're growing, right? More and more people use crypto.